Hello and welcome. This is a brief review by Everything Dinosaur, the UK-based retailer of dinosaur toys and games. The review is of the Rhamphorhynchus replica made by Safari Limited. This new model is a new addition to the Wild Safari Dinos model range. With the addition of a Rhamphorhynchus model to the Safari Wild Dinos series, many grown-ups have the chance to add this replica of a long-tailed pterosaur to their model collection. I recall that not since the heyday of Aurora prehistoric scenes and the launch of the Jungle Swamp kit has a Rhamphorhynchus model been available. The Jungle Swamp kit was the third in the prehistoric scenes range that I acquired. As I remember, it was a Christmas present. This kit got me hooked on Aurora models. Amongst the many creatures featured in this set were two models of Rhamphorhynchus. The first could be attached to the trunk of a jungle tree. The second was a figure in a flying pose, with a detachable head. I have to question the logic in providing a flying Rhamphorhynchus model with a head that comes off. Naturally, within a few weeks I had lost it. However, this new model from Safari Limited, the company responsible for the Safari Carnegie Dinosaur collection, is more than adequate compensation. So, Rhamphorhynchus, a classic Jurassic pterosaur. Rhamphorhynchus was not a dinosaur, but a member of the Pterosauria, a group of reptiles closely related to dinosaurs, but a distinct group nonetheless. The name means beak nose, and a number of species have been formally described. However, some of them remain with the status nomen dubium, a term given to any organism whose scientific validity is in question. Some of the smaller species of Rhamphorhynchus that have been described, for example, could be the remains of juveniles from larger species. This particular pterosaur was one of the first flying reptiles to be scientifically studied, with fossils having been found both in Europe and in Africa. Rhamphorhynchus was first studied in 1825. But the papers published were reviewed and revised in the 1840s. A welcome addition to the Wild Safari Dinos model series, a large model of this long-tailed pterosaur. The model measures nearly 20 centimetres long, from the tip of the beak to the diamond-shaped rudder on the end of its tail. But with pterosaur models, it is the wingspan that provides a comparison with other flying reptile models. The wingspan is an impressive 21 centimetres. As the largest fossil specimens had wingspans of approximately 180 centimetres, the model represents a 1 to 9 scale interpretation. The top of the wings, the head and the tail rudder are painted a bright and colourful red. The underside of the model is finished in a lighter tone. The splayed out teeth are very well depicted, and the model closely resembles the Rhamphorhynchoids seen on the Walking with Dinosaurs television series. The head is very well painted and shows lots of anatomical detail. The red flash around the eye suggests that visual signals between members of the species could have taken place. The fossil evidence does suggest that these pterosaurs, like most flying reptiles, had good eyesight. So why not a red eye flash to use as a signalling device? Settling disputes between individuals through visual displays does make sense. After all, in a fight, a Rhamphorhynchus would run the risk of damaging its delicate wing membranes. This replica is packed into its own clear plastic display mount to provide protection and to permit collectors to exhibit their model. The delicate hind limbs are well finished, and even the small toes can be made out. An excellent replica of Rhamphorhynchus, a refreshing change to see this model rather than the usual pteranodons. As with all the prehistoric animal models that Everything Dinosaur supplies, we send out a fact sheet with the model that will tell you a little more about Rhamphorhynchus, this amazing Jurassic pterosaur. So, why don't you visit www.everythingdinosaur.com for all your dinosaur and prehistoric animal models? Or check out our blog site, http:// blog www.everythingdinosaur.co.uk, where you can read articles about new dinosaur discoveries, updates from museums, information on new fossil finds. Just about anything and everything to do with dinosaurs and prehistoric animals. Thank you.